What's up guys, it's nearly been a week now since Huohuo was released. Just want to talk about if she's worth it, how much value she brings to your account, and how good she holds up against our competition. But before that, please consider subscribing to the channel for more Honkai content and drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Okay, with that out of the way, Huohuo is an amazing character that is just able to provide more than the role of an abundance character, which people tend to look over. To simplify her kit, she provides passive healing, cleanses debuffs from allies, is able to gain energy through her talent proccing. I know it isn't the most, but sometimes you're just missing the slight bit of energy which can allow you to clear a whole cycle quicker, and to top it off, can provide an attack buff and energy regen to her allies through the ult. Now the only kink is with her ult. It's an amazing ult, but it's a 140 energy cost ult, so you won't be able to provide that attack buff and energy regen to the allies as frequently as you'd want. Aside from that, I see Huohuo as a perfect supporter that just does more than what her role deems her to do. Moving on to the debate of her and Luocha, I see the argument between them as they are both broken. My opinion is that Huohuo just edges in front of Luocha. I know Luocha has a good ult, being able to strip buffs from the enemy, and it is a 100 cost ult, so you'll be able to pop that more often than Huohuo's ult. However, if you tell me that a buff strip is more valuable than an attack buff and energy regen to the party, I don't agree with that. The cost of both ults kind of justify which is more valuable, being Huohuo's ult, considering that it's 40 more energy cost, but you'll gain an attack buff and energy regen to the party in contrast to just a buff removal. Let me play out this scenario for the players who use Tingyun, because you'll know exactly what I mean. There are so many situations where you don't really want to use Tingyun's ult on your carry because they only need a little amount of energy to pop their ult, so Tingyun's ult is kind of wasted. Huohuo now, if you've got her in the team, will be able to shine in that situation, since you'll be able to use her ult, providing the small amount of energy you need on your carry, and your Tingyun ult won't go to waste. Also, there is the situation where Tingyun is just missing some energy for her ult, and when you use her ult, you'll be able to provide a huge energy boost to your carrier to use their ult. So a whole energy regen chain goes off kind of when you start with Huohuo's ult. So if you're able to provide that slight bit of energy Tingyun needs to use her ult for your carrier, Huohuo essentially becomes clutch in that situation, because that'll allow you to clear a whole 1 to 2 cycles quicker. Now there's the debuff cleanse. Both Huohuo and Luocha are able to cleanse, but Huohuo is just better at doing so. She's able to cleanse up to 6 times when she uses a skill, and Luocha only cleanses 1 debuff after using a skill on an ally. Overall, they are both similar as they play the same role, of course, but they have their differences. For my playstyle and for most people, I think Huohuo is just a better option, and I think she will come clutch in many situations. Moving on to Huohuo's team synergy now, I think she is going to be, of course, given perfect with Tingyun, as you can more or less guarantee the ult of your carrier, whether that is Kafka, which is a team I'm running her in, or Jingliu, as you can actually extend the transcended state of Jingliu. Now, I wasn't too aware of how great Huohuo would be for Jingliu, but if Jingliu is able to keep using her ult, she gains a stack to keep her in her transcended state. So Huohuo is able to provide energy, Tingyun is able to provide energy to Jingliu, and with that you're able to keep consistently popping Jingliu's ult, and in her transcended state, which is the state you'd want to be in, will allow you to do crazy amounts of damage. If you have either Kafka or Jingliu, I really believe Huohuo is definitely worth picking up, as she has perfect synergy with them, especially if you have invested in your Tingyun, as that would be 3 characters that synergize very well together, and the last slot could be a sub DPS. That being said, if you provide energy and attack to the entire team, and if your team consists of a main and sub DPS, you'll just be cleaving through stages. Huohuo allows the sub DPS to also pop off essentially. Moving on to her Litecoin situation, the devs are just so amazing. Of course her Litecoin is the best in slot, but if you don't want to summon for it, which I didn't really want to as well, the new event provides a really good Litecoin for a bunch of characters that you can essentially superimpose to S5. At S5, it'll provide a 12% max HP increase and 28% increase in healing whenever you use a skill on that character that you've put the Litecoin on for 2 turns. So if you were stuck with deciding what Litecoin you should use for Huohuo, you can definitely use this one for free. Post-op conversation is also a really good one, but it's a gacha Litecoin, so you might not have it at S5. If you do, just know you gain more energy regen rate than her 5-star Litecoin at S1. So So you have great options for light cones if you just want to pull for her, which essentially is what I done. As I have mentioned before in previous videos, if you do not have either Fushuan or Luocha, she is a must summon. But if you have both and just want a secondary healer with your Luocha, she would be amazing to have on your account, so there is no going wrong with picking her up. The only downside with summoning for her is the banner she is on. It was really hard to go through with pulling on it since none of the 4 stars are appealing to me, but thankfully I won the 50-50, so I got out of there early. I myself don't have Luocha, but have both Kafka and Jingliu, so picking her up was the best decision for me. So if you're in a similar situation, just pick her up, as we are not sure when Luocha will have his rerun. It may be a while till then, so you don't want to be struggling on hard content without either of them. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. If you guys are planning to summon for Huohuo, I wish you the best of luck, because summoning on that banner is truly hell. If you guys did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing to the channel for more Honkai Star Rail content. If you did, please drop a like and just drop a comment on what you think about Huohuo and the game in general. And yeah, I hope to catch you guys later.